Now, our next speaker spent a long time in her career in the private sector, but she was also an executive at the Cato Institute, a presidential speechwriter, and now, as CEO of the Atlas Society, is at the forefront of reaching young people around the globe with the philosophy of objectivism. Her friends call her Jag. I'm honored to call her Jag. Please welcome to the stage Jennifer Anju Grossman.
Hello, young Americans for Liberty. I am so relieved to be here in the free state of Florida. I'm considering applying for political asylum, having traveled from the People's Republic of California. And my, what a perilous journey it was. No, unlike Dagny Taggart in Atlas Shrugged, I didn't power my own aircraft and crash into an invisible force field. I did something much more dangerous. I flew here in a Boeing aircraft. On Spirit Air. With a female pilot. I'm just kidding about that last part. The pilot was gender fluid. But, you know, yeah, what made it worse, have you heard of this raw dogging? I know it sounds really bad. Okay. So I tried that on the flight. No music, no email, no news. It's part of this 2-week practice I do every summer where I power down the devices to take a mental health break from the 24/7 news cycle. So fill me in. Have I missed anything? Nothing historic or unusual happened over the last 2 weeks. Well, I'm glad. Otherwise, I would have felt really, okay. Yeah. Well, part of the reason I take this break is personal, so I can just fight less with my parents, who are progressive San Francisco Democrats. Whoops. And, you know, my mother, in addition, is an advocate for seniors. So anytime I would criticize Joe Biden for any reason, she would accuse me of being ageist. And I would say, Mom, my political hero is 88 years old, so cut it out. You know, because there's old and there's old, right? Okay? And I think the first clue that, you know, Biden was a certain kind of old, it wasn't the stumbling and it wasn't the bumbling. It was 2 weeks after moving in to 1600 Pennsylvania, he took a reverse mortgage out on the White House. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that he took a reverse mortgage out on America, and you guys are going to be footing the bill. So over the past couple of days, I've heard some references to Lord of the Rings, and that's fantastic. But over the next few minutes, Ayn Rand and Atlas Shrugged are going to get their due. Now, one doesn't need to, yes, you can clap for that. So one doesn't need to be an objectivist to recognize that Ayn Rand's fiction has historically been the most effective gateway drug to liberty. Or as Cato co-founder Ed Crane has said, Ayn Rand is the all-time greatest recruiter for the liberty movement. Now, the challenge is how to preserve that recruiting role when, hopefully present company accepted, daily reading among young people has fallen from 70% 50 years ago to 12% today. At the Atlas Society, instead of giving up, we get creative. We leverage art, which Ayn Rand deemed the indispensable medium for the communication of a moral ideal. And we also leverage cutting-edge technology. At a technology conference last year, Peter Diamandis, X-Prize founder, had this to say: there will be two kinds of companies by the end of this decade, those that are fully utilizing AI and those that are out of business. So our team at the Atlas Society got busy finding ways, launching experiments with AI. Some were flops, some were very, very weird, but one actually worked, and that is we built an AI model to transform live action into anime to create the first ever radical book trailer for Atlas Shrugged, and that's what I'm going to share with you right now. So let's play the video.
I had to find him, no matter the cost, no matter the risk. Taggart Transcontinental ran like blood veins across the country, pumping food, steel, oil, and people. And I ran the railroad. Why have we stopped?
It's not my fault. Lights red, lady.
It's malfunctioning. You can proceed on my authority.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
I'm Dagny Taggart.
Miss Taggart? Yes, ma'am. Right away.
But no matter how hard or long I worked, my railroad and the world was crumbling around me.
It's not my fault there's too much competition. We needed the anti-dog-eat-dog rule, Dagny. I can't be blamed.
Directive 10289 is based on the noblest principle. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs.
There had always been looters and moochers. But the men of mind were always there to innovate, to create more from less.
Rearden metal is half the weight of steel and 5 times as strong.
It's the first thing made of Rearden metal. A chain. Fitting gift from my husband, don't you think? Hideous. I'd exchange it for a common diamond bracelet.
Unless you're not the coward that I think you are, you'll give it to me.
Soon enough, they'll come for my metal. Then they'll come for us.
I'm sorry, Miss Taggart. Mr. Atwood didn't say where he was going.
I'm sorry, Miss Taggart. He just came in and he said he was done.
No, Mr. Hammond didn't leave a message.
Only now, those men were leaving, retiring, disappearing. Someone was getting to them. One by one, the men holding up the world were abandoning it, abandoning me, just when I needed them the most.
Rearden steel belongs to everyone, not just one man. The age of the industrialist is over. Now is the age of the people!
Money is the root of all good. When production is punished and looting rewarded, do not ask who is destroying the world. You are.
If they believe that my mind is their property, let them come and take it.
Fire!
Hank!
Dagny, are you okay?
Look at this scrap metal. It was an engine. Look at the design. It pulled energy from the air. But this could change everything. This could save us. The world.
Could have. It's in pieces. What kind of man would have left something so incredible to rot here?
I had to find and somehow stop him. We never had to worry about any of it, did we?
No, we never did.
Thank you. And if you liked that production, you can also thank the previous speaker whose investment made it possible. So a little bit on the ROI. That video has been viewed over 12 million times across platforms. It helped to prompt an 800% increase in our YouTube subscribers alone. And most importantly, it led to a doubling of book sales of Atlas Shrugged. And it also attracted funding for a similar production of Ayn Rand's Fountainhead. You can watch that on our YouTube channel. And it's my hope that the trailer will inspire those of you who have yet to read Atlas Shrugged to embark on that adventure, because as none other than Ron Paul has observed, Atlas Shrugged, it's a fantastic book, but it's more than a story, it's a philosophy. And if that's a philosophy that you would like to explore, then join us at Galt's Gulch in Austin next June. Thank you so much.
At the Atlas Society, we've set out to engage 1 billion young minds with the ideas of Ayn Rand. You can help by tapping that subscribe button, and don't forget to give this video a like below.